All right. Everyone is ready. All-star mode. Got TR to the right and No Sweat to the left. Remember, this is for your week, so once a Pokemon has been banned or used, it is gone for the subsequent rounds. Choose carefully. The only Mons unavailable will be for Alligator. Everyone else is good to go.
Yes, me if Typhlosion was legal and they're like, ban it.
This is also going to be an interesting match today. We recently had a patch.
Ooh, Pikachu is really strong right now, too.
Pikachu's been strong, but now he's better than ever. They pretty much reverted all his nerfs from before.
If you think about it, he's basically Ash's Pikachu in the game now. Like, Ash's Pikachu is just OP.
They definitely need to have that as a costume.
Dude, I would buy the skin.
Wouldn't we all?
Special effects and all. Ooh, double. Thunder and lightning.
Thunder and lightning. So yeah, I'm glad to see Metagross is there. That has been one of the mons that have been buffed up. A thing to note for Metagross is his ultimate is now hindrance resistant. There's no cheesing it out of its ult. It will pretty much happen.
I don't want to pick up Metagross now.
He's a pretty fun mon. I'm a fan of the Dryer Bowl moveset.
He became one of my favorite Pokemon from that one movie where it was like the smart city they were in, and Latios and Latias was in it. You know that movie?
Yes.
And there was a strong Metagross. That's like
the Deoxys movie, yeah. Was it that one or is it another one?
What was it?
Was it you said the Latios and Latias movie? Was the Metagross in that one?
Sure. They were in the smart city, no? And Rayquaza was there?
Yeah,
was he not?
The Deoxys movie. Were the Lati twins in it?
Deoxys. Was it?
No,
I gotta look.
The Lati twins have their own movie. I think the movie you're referring to is the one after that one. After the Lati twins movie.
Okay, that's probably why.
But I know which I know which one you're talking about because I watched them all recently.
Mm-hmm.
What a trick that was. Big fan of the Hoopa movie though. Checking out these compositions, they're pretty balanced from both sides here.
Looks like they learned from the first Fear Week to be smart about the draft. Good job, guys.
I will say the front line for No Sweat is a much more imposing. They got a lot more mid-range control. Metagross and Metagross, Mamoswine, and Psyduck. But that being said, Pikachu and Miraidon will have a lot of burst damage on their side. No, the Pikachu might go Volt Tackle for the Talonflame. We're gonna have to see. This could go either way.
Yeah, because the buffs made him good with either moveset, yeah?
Yeah. All the movesets are viable. All right.
I love Electric Ball.
Gonna have Metagross heading to the jungle here. At the bottom is going to be Decidueye with the Mamoswine. Up at the top, we're gonna have Talonflame and Psyduck. They'll be going off against our friend, well, not that guy, but Gibble over here. Heading to the top by itself. We're gonna have an Eevee over here at the bottom. It's gonna be Umbreon all by itself. There's gonna be a lot of mons over. Looks like they're gonna value getting these Eevees up and leveled up. The Leafeon, level 4. Gotta have the other jungler, Maru, heading down. They're gonna leave that Baltoy alone there. Leafeon's gonna get started here up at the top. I actually think he should invade this. Metagross won't be ready yet. They can deduce that he's the jungler.
Yeah, go bully the Beldum.
Honestly.
Oh, never mind. He's a Matang.
KO'd already. Both teams are gonna get ready for the 850 gank. And it's gonna be a 4-on-3. TR has 4 members ready, locked and loaded. Uh-oh. Metagross made its move. Pikachu going down.
Can they get it back?
Can they? Oh, we have No Sweat getting outranged, so they're gonna have to back up. Good investment on the Leafeon. But at the bottom, we're gonna have Mamo and Decidueye running things. They're gonna get their levels. They can't ignore this Decidueye. Decidueye is gonna be able to outrange them all with the Spirit Shackle, if it's going that moveset. Whoa! Wait, what? That connects that way? That's how long the range is?
Yep.
That look goofy. Uh-oh. Mamo's gonna pay for that one, but Miraidon's getting blocked on the wall. Won't be able to clean up the kill on Mamo just yet. Even getting a big 24 here, almost at level 8. Speaking 8, it is time for Regidrago. Pikachu's already on it. He's gonna be still here, almost with the Gyro Ball, but he still doesn't get the secure with the basic. A bit of a lackadaisical awareness there on the Pikachu. That should have been an easy E-Ball secure.
Right? I was like, it was a little early.
Checking out this Pikachu here. He's back at the top. He is level 5. He needs level 6 for Volt Tackle. That's what is really ready. 720 is here. All right, time to move that farm over. He's going out. Wait. No pushover. There it is. He was waiting for the Talonflame. He didn't care about the farm. Good plan.
Nice combo.
Good choice.
Gotcha.
Good choice.
Do math, guys.
Leafeon should get that right away because Decidueye got Registeel at the bottom. It's going to be some bonus damage. They already broke top pad. Regieleki walking on down. This is going to be bad news. Talonflame's coming up. It doesn't have an ult to push things away. They don't have much points to skull worth. What points are points? That pad's already at 39 out of 90. Talonflame might get KO'd here. Nope, that's going to be Leafeon. Didn't get a chance to ult. Uh-oh. You're in my sights. You're going down. Yep, that is a clap back. Double KO for the... sorry, not Decidueye. Talonflame. And the counter score is here. Time for that farm. All right, they're going to be all over this one. Making their way towards the bottom. Actually, the center. Rhydon's almost at level 9. Almost online. TR has to regroup. It is pretty even, 152 to 158. Still a lot of farm at the bottom. None of the pads at the bottom are broken, but both the pads at the top are. Mamoswine not quite getting the Ice Fang, but there's going to be no follow-up. He's going to be outnumbered, so he's going to have to back up. Leafeon's over here, heading towards the center, stealing whatever farm it can. Every piece of farm matters. Bit quiet here. Things might shake up at the bottom. Let's check this out. There's no need to rush. The objectives are about to spawn in a 15-second window. Nambo's getting low, but he has an ult to fire red when ready. Talonflame taking out the other Speedster in Leafeon. That's a good pick. Good entry damage from Decidueye. It's gonna finally ult in, but Garchomp has ulted himself. Decidueye is out of here. But so is the Garchomp. Double KO. Massive damage here. Mamo's gonna go down here. Decidueye is gonna have to back up, but it can't quite escape. TR taking the lead. Taking out top here. Regieleki was secured by the Talonflame. to dilute some pressure. But that's about all he can do. There's a lot of farm available. It is the 4-minute mark. We're still in the mid game, approaching the late. You have Psyduck and Metagross getting all over that center farm. They're going to need it. Metagross is 12.5. He's going to be 13. He's going to be fully online. Talonflame's trying to sneak in a back cap here. No one's here. Everyone's leaving. He's waiting for some confirmation from his team. He's waiting for some vision. Oh, that's going to be a big counter score. Someone is aware. Oh, yeah, it's going to be... Uh-oh. Scores for everybody. We're going to see in a moment. Both teams ready for confirmation. No vision is available. They're going to go for it. There's going to be a 50, and it's going to be a 21 and a 40. TR maintaining their lead. Decidueye is ulting.
From behind.
All right, 247 to 315. TR is squeaking ahead. Pikachu getting KO, but followed by a Decidueye. Then Miraidon taking way too much damage, and next, maybe Psyduck. No one's gonna surf away. Time to ride the wave. Checking out the levels, they are pretty even. Slight lead to, well, now they're even more even. No one has a clear advantage. Uh-oh, that's an easy pickup.
Get away.
And it's going to be a Regieleki secure. No Sweat has to be all over that. They don't want the Regieleki walking in towards their home pad. Talonflame might go for another back cap, but if he does, as one less person covering the Decidueye for his team.
It looks like he's going to.
Looks like he is going to. That Decidueye has to be very careful. Psyduck is ready and raiding next to the Decidueye. Good choice. Has the ult to defuse some of the damage. Talonflame still at the same back handle, getting some vision. No one's quite back there yet. No, he's approaching. Someone might have seen him. Leafeon is ready. Lead is right now for No Sweat. That back cap did matter. Uh-oh. Big KO on the Leafeon. That is huge. Decidueye ulting, but it's going to be a whiff. The fight did not happen there. Metagross taking down Garchomp. I think the Decidueye should start ripping it. Two are down. Two big ones are down. Miraidon ulting here. Decidueye needs to focus on ripping. His teammates... Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to do a refight. They're not going to go for the rip. I can agree with it. They don't really have secure for it. But he's loaded for the other team, and Garchomp is back. This might be a regretful decision. That is too early of a fly. He's going to go for some damage. He's going to whiff here. Garchomp has finally ulted. Decidueye coming in. That's too early of a Spirit Shackle, and they got Dove. There it is. And TR they're gonna get the first objective in Groudon. Unfortunate for No Sweat. That was their round to win. Decidueye should have committed to the rip.
What a sweaty, close game.
Very
game
sweaty.
Too. I'm hoping too.
Yeah, this was a very evenly matched first game. Yeah, I understand not wanting to rip the objective, you know, like, you can get out secured, but it's a give and take. If you do rip it and they steal it, then only 3 members have the buff. So you could work with that. If you wait, however, now all 5 of them are up, and you've already started it. So you made their jobs easier. And Decidueye can't get picks too quickly. The ones that were left were bulky frontliners, so you just had to take the gamble. Sometimes you just gotta hedge your bets. Unfortunate. Final score here is 363 to 747. Both were evenly matched. MVP is going to be Blundion the Leafeon, 10 KOs, 5 assists. 86 overall MVP rating. This mod was on the ball. He was doing his job as a speedster, getting a lot of good picks here, including on their enemy speedster. Good stuff. 77,000 damage dealt by the Miraidon. You'd love to see it. He was constantly bursting down the front line, which included the Psyduck, the Metagross, and the Mamoswine. We're going to take a second, move on to the next game. Remember, mons that have been banned and mons that are picked are now off the table.
So it's gonna be.
Right, I didn't take the picture, so I think you got it. I think you got it. This is a best of 5, correct? Yes, it is. All right, not bad, not bad. Right. Let me know when that happens so I remember to take the pictures for what gets banned. Yep, we're about ready here. We can start.
Waiting for No Sweat.
Waiting patiently for No Sweat. TR is currently up 1-0. Not bad. Let's see how these rest of these games go. They still got plenty of picks. I feel like the longer this game goes on, the more All-Star Draft will be a reality. For like the tournament standard. There's too many mons, so we don't want to constantly see all the meta picks out and about. We want some variety.
Not every game's the same. That's why I love it. All right, they're ready. Queen Lover.
All right, let's check this out. All right, bans once again. Let's see who they will choose this time.
Left? Okay.
I feel like dives are in the future for No Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm loving this already. Get these
Oh, we're
pink.
gonna get rid of all the sports today.
Get these pink powder puffs out of here. I don't ever want to see them. Let's see how well you can play without being pocketed.
No Big Man Blast. Oh, another pink mon? No Blastoise.
Get them out of here. Let's see what we get next. Let's see. It's going to be Suicune. Okay. These are strong bands. And we're not going to see them at all. Who else we got? Who else we going to get? Use them wisely. Zapdos. Yep, that's another one.
It's a good pick.
The last, I believe that's the last of the trio, the bird trio, right?
Mm-hmm. Ho-Oh's the only one not used. And a Darkrai.
And a Darkrai.
Did he get buffed?
Not recently. Maybe like a while ago, but yeah.
Maybe they have a well-known player on there with Darkrai. Ooh, Gudra's up. No Gudra? No?
Yes. There's gonna be, yeah, Greninja. Good choice. Greninja is such a fierce pick. Running a cursed item. It looks like it's going to be a Water Shuriken Greninja. Though it has full heal, so might be Surf. It might be, it's most likely going to be Double Team. A lot of different mons. proccing the curse. We're going to have Alcremie, and we're going to have Mimikyu. I believe there's only a few healing supports left, right? It would be just Hoopa and Eldegoss.
Comfy?
And Comfy.
Was Comfy banned?
I don't think so.
Maybe that's one of their trick cards. You never know.
All right.
Oop. I spoke too soon. There's my Gudra.
There it is. We're gonna, well, it looks like both sets gonna have a support of their own. Which one is it gonna be? So far, they have an ADC, they have a mage, and they have a brawler. Looks like they want to round it out with a support, healing support, which is a good idea. And they're gonna hone in on another support in Wigglytuff. They are frontline heavy and they're ready to go. Given the composition that they have a lot of bulky front lines, so they could be outranged, they could be outmaged. But looks like TR has other plans. They're good to basically duel. All those mons outside of Alcremie wants to duel in 1v1s. Ghastly, sorry, Gengar, proponent of that. Cinderace is a wonderful duelist in a way. Has the Blaze Kick, has the Feint Attack. It has a lot of good options. They are gonna have to really focus that Eldegoss though. It's gonna give them some problems. I would like to see some first items.
I heard Ogden's a pretty good Gengar, so like that's a perfect target if you just want to get Espeon Greninja out of the way.
Yes, it could go Hex Gengar. That is a good thing to leverage here. Dream Eater would not be the move.
Yeah, don't do Dream. Don't do that one time where I was like, what if they just go Petal Dance instead of Beam? And they actually did. Don't do that with this one.
Yes, don't do that. There is no need. All right, here we go. About to load in. We pray for no crashes. Let's get this party started. All right, as per usual, we're going to have a fierce one in the jungle. It's going to be Froakie. At the bottom is going to be Wiggly and Espeon. They'll be going off against that Gudra and the Ghastly. Ghastly's going to be the jungler. They're all going to hedge their bets on Cinderace. I can respect that bet. Up at the top is going to be Mimikyu and Alcremie versus Eldegoss and Buzzwole. Kind of balancing themselves out over there. Some progress has been made at the bottom. Williams getting the first score in. Trying to fight for that level 4. Creating some space and separation so the Espeon can get that. Espeon's all over it. Espeon in the back, competing for that farm. No, it's going to get that all by itself. Wiggly is low. It can't really compete for that just yet, but they have an Espeon, which is the main goal, and they got plenty of safe farm. Bottom lane should be fine here for no sweat. Oh, we're at the top. TR is a little bit advantaged, I would say. Well, no, they're pretty much even in terms of composition. Cinderace, eye on the prize. Hitting that jungler. Oh no, that took way too much damage from the Buzzwole. It's going in. KO. Grab it. Yes, back here. Give me your body. What will break first, your spirit or your body? Towards the bottom. It's about what you would expect. They have the advantage over at No Sweat. They're both level 4 scalers. Ghastly's gonna need a little bit more help. Eldegoss making a tear, and it stole the buff, and it's on its way out. No Sweat taking a little bit of an early lead here, 80-0. 8 o'clock has happened. That means it's time for Regidrago. Double kill for the Espeon. What happened here? Yep, he had an easier lane. Almost level 8. Scaling beautifully. Up at the top, Buswell's trying to do the best it can. Setting it up for right in front of Greninja. That's going to be a KO. I believe they don't want to break that pad just yet. Buswell getting an uppercut and then a power slam. Breaking it a little bit early. Well, to each their zone. There's going to be a lot more farm available for TR, which is what they sorely need. That they still have a Ghastly. Towards the bottom, we got the Wonder Twins, Espeon and Wigglytuff. Holding it down, getting a lot of farm. Ghastly has no business being there. That is a disrespectful ult, but not uncalled for. At the top, Mimikyu's making its move. Taking down this Buswell. And they're gonna win the 2v1. Mimikyu actually almost going down there. Time to score on this pad. Wiggly is too late. Leaving that pad at 1-2. Honestly, TR shouldn't break any pads just yet. They're behind in levels. All the farm's gonna spawn on their side. Mimikyu working his way down to the pad, gonna score an 11, get some stacks in. Espeon doesn't have an ult just yet. No farm available for it. He's making his play. His team should back him up here. Oh, looks like they're interested in something else. They want the Wiggly. Get rid of that front line. Make it use an ult.
Oh, Gengar!
Haunter going down once again. It's going to be a rough game for him. Uh-oh.
I believe in you.
You have to pop the flash. And getting slammed down. There's the rough, but it's not enough. All right. More farmers available at the bottom. No Sweat broke the pad on time. And have spawned right there. All right, Cinderace making its way out. It is level 10. He's going to really have to hold that level. The game is riding on him right now. No Sweat is firmly in the lead, 206 to 79. Bit of a quiet game right now. Gengar's trying to get something done. Ulting in. Wait, it is Hex indeed. Using those iframes. Couldn't quite get it, but got some good damage. Mimikyu going down. I grabbed Cinderace. There is the feint attack, and it's gonna live. Cinderace is so strong. It's so strong now. I love it.
I agree.
And there is the Pyro Ball. People are gonna learn to respect this mon.
Score, Benny. Go score. Oh.
No, Reinforcements has arrived. No Swift is in full force, taking down the Alcremie. Cinderace is gonna have to bail. Oh my goodness. And that's enough to execute. That is a fragile bunny. Look at that Buswell, so handsome, so strong. Look at those arms.
He definitely does arm day.
Well, No Sweat is on to better things. They're going to hit up this Regieleki. Now, guys, if you can see, the levels are still relatively even. Alcremie's a little bit behind, but because they haven't been bringing any pads yet, they can recuperate some levels, which is what they needed. Big fight here. Members for TR are going down. Anna's going to do the best it can. Got a pick on the Buswell, much needed. Yep, and the clapback. Defense successful. Cinderace level 13 because of it. Still not interested in bringing a pad? They shouldn't at all at this point. More pads are available, more ways to score with. More pads to score with. They're only down by about 100. Not too bad. You just have to get the objective.
Apologize, my huskies are fighting in the background because game's getting intense, so they're attacking each other like Pokemon Unite.
It's all good. A whiff on the Shadow Sneak, but it's fine. Game state's slowing down a bit. We're about to reach the end game. 2-minute marker. One more objective is going to be a Regirock, Ice or Steel. Looks like it's going to be a Registeel. That is a big one for No Sweat. They're going to play for it. In the meantime, TR is going to take the positioning. Some will be at the choke, but naturally they're all going to be stationed at the top. There's no reason to base back and come from their own choke point. They're going to play from the top. That is a check. There is the player. No, that is a Shadow Sneak, but he won't proc it, but he's going to make Meow. Sorry. Espeon passive. Oh, they're going to go in right here. Gengar taking a lot of damage, but so is Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff has to ult in to live. That is one ult down, and that's a big one. That is a cleanse. Another whiff Shadow Sneak. Uh-oh, Gengar is ulted in. He's about ready to make his move. He wants the mage. Ults are flying in. Gengar is going down, but so is Espeon. Next on the chopping block is Wigglytuff. A lot of damage, making out Creamy ult. Cinderace should honestly start ripping, and 2 members are down for No Sweat. No one has ults. I believe it is. Continue ripping and continue ripping, and you got the Power Bowl secure. Keep going. No, that was bait. He wants to get some KOs here. He wants to really secure this win. There is the Psy-Shock and Psy-Wave. Sorry, Psy-Beam. Gengar about to go down again. There it is. Next is Cinderace. He's going to have to back up.
That's why they should have ripped it.
Yep, looks like TR is making the same mistake No Sweat made in game 1. They're behind on points, and like there's 25 seconds left. There's no more time.
Yeah, like you can't even rip it now.
Can't rip it, and like scoring it's out of the question. Too much people are up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. 40 and 50 will do it. A 40 and 50 will do it. That's not enough. Wait. Wait. Hold on. No way.
Did we get it? Did they do the math right?
Yes, they did. They got an 80 and they got 100. That should do it. That should absolutely do it. There it is. TR squeaking out another win.
Oh my god, that was so close.
They did the math. They did the math.
I'm so proud of you guys.
So proud. Final score 223 to 282. Another close match. These teams are evenly matched. Crosshand TTP is the MVP this time. This Mimikyu was rocking out. 6 KOs, 4 assists, 87 overall MVP rating, and 144 points scored. The deciding goal. Checking out the battle data. 66k dealt by Cinderace and Mimikyu respectively. Good stuff to both players. Holding that damage up. Interesting team composition, but it worked out. So that's the thing with the composition No Sweat had. They are definitely an engaged comp. They want to go in, they want to start fighting, and they have the sustain to do it. To counteract this, TR picked a bunch of mons that can actually hold their own in the fight. Cinderace, Gengar, Mimikyu. These are good choices. Same with Gudra. Had a healing support. They could sustain and fight back. So good stuff. These guys know what they're doing. All right, as you know, all these bonds are now off the table. So far, that is about 32 bonds gone. Exciting stuff so far. All right, you have the extra mons banned so far, right? The Zapdos, Blastoise, Clef, Dark. Oh yeah, it is all good. I got it. They have to make me the host though. I'll ask them. All right, I'm gonna set that back Set that up. We'll be right back.
Like you can see the game and you can still see like the bar. Does it make sense? No, like you can see both at this. It doesn't. I'll just screenshot it. It's easier to look. Hmm? Yes. All right, I gotta go to join mine. Bye.
All right, we are back. Sorry about the wait. Had to set things up. All right, checking out this draft once again. We're gonna have Slowbro and Trevenant out here. They're getting ready to get some defenders now, along with a Serena and a Surfetched. Surfetched, one of the mons affected by the recent patch. Detect isn't as effective. Leaf Blade isn't as strong. Not bad, not bad. Interesting that Surfetched isn't as popular anymore. I'd imagine it still is good, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Not this game though, because it's got banned and now it's out of here. But interesting that it hasn't been picked immediately, and it's only getting banned in the third round. Only other way, TR is on set point. They've had 2 close calls for the previous 2 games, but hey, they're still here. They're still kicking, and they're still securing dubs. But now it's time for No Sweat to pull out all the stops. They got the Comfy, they got the Hyper Carry and Palmont. Let's see what TR has put up with that. They have a Mr. Mime. That is a good first choice. They have the Vaporeon. There's still a lot of strong choices left. Still a lot of good answers. Now we're going to have Mega Lucario along for the ride. Comfy's got some good choices here. Comfy is a support by the people for the people, at least for its team. I'm going to have the Mage in Alolan Ninetales as an interesting choice. I do agree with it. They are very bulky in the front line. These are this is a brawl comp that TR is setting up. Though I suspect that it's going to be a Scyther to help deal with the mages in the back, disrupting the enemy team. And looks like they're going to settle in with Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario can actually, with E-Speed, assuming, Extreme Speed, can sweep its way through the entire team. Sometimes multiple targets constantly. To round out what No Sweat is cooking, it looks like they're going to pick a defender, one of the last few remaining, and Crustle. Good choice. All right. Mons are set. We're in the final preparation phase. Let's see here. Both teams want a brawl. No Sweat has a mage to help disrupt the brawl. But so does TR. It could go either way. I believe the linchpin is how successful can that Scyther deal with that Ninetales. It has the tools for it. No Sweat does have some peel, however, I would like to say. They have the Crustle, if it holds its X speed. But no, sorry, not the X speed, X scissor, sorry. But it only has one use of it at a time. I think on paper, TR has the stronger comp. In my unbiased opinion. But it all comes down to execution. Let's see what they got. Towards the top lane, we're going to have the Comfy head up with Lucario. They'll be going off against the Scyther and the Vaporeon. This lane's going to have an easier time. Charizard Y is going to be into the jungle. At the bottom is going to be Mr. Mime with the regular Lucario. They'll be going off against the Crustle and Alolan Ninetales as a Vulpix. And Palmont will be their jungler. Mr. Mime getting those walls in. Lucario taking way too much damage. There is the flash into the boosted. That is a KO on Lucario. Not a strong start. Looking at this other Lucario, it is still currently up. There is the punch. There is the quick attack for secure. It is being healed, but it's losing a lot of health. But there is the flash to save its life. Vaporeon is fighting tooth and nail to reach its level 4. There's still a Boltoy in the back for it, but it doesn't need it. It has reached level 4 as the Vaporeon. Will it be Hydro Pump? Will it be Muddy Water? We're going to have to see. And it's going to be a 4-on-3 once again. It is a Hydro Pump Vaporeon. Palma getting massive damage in, but going to get KO'd. Charizard is on the run and won't get chased. Scyther's going to take a berry. Gonna try to get this form for evolution. And it's got it. But it's a Scyther, so no iframes. It's gonna get KO'd. Towards the bottom. Now this is exciting to see. Level 6 Ninetales and a Crustle. That is to be expected. They had a 2v1 at the bottom. That is a give and take. TR willing to sacrifice their bottom lane to get their top set up. That is a common strategy. That is a Sweet Kiss Comfy. They're gonna have to be careful. It is 8 minutes. Raging Drago is being contested for. Charizard coming in, honing in on that Ninetales. But that Flare Blitz from Charizard put it in trouble. But they should get the secure here. Mr. Mime at level 4. It is behind. It needs levels bad. Uh-oh, Palma moving in again. They do not have the range to contest anything right now. Palma moving in once again. Lucario is being caught out. They're going to have to let him rock. That is a KO. Next on the chopping block is Vaporeon. A very good rock slide. Sorry, stealth? Sorry, rock tomb from Crustle. And down goes that pad. The dynamic of these team fights will change as soon as that Mr. Mime reaches 9 for the ultimate. All right, Scyther going in. Here comes Palmont. Charizard just waiting for that level 9. It doesn't have it just yet. And it won't get it right now. It's going to get KO'd. No sweat with the defense. Bottom lane has arrived. Mr. Mime going for a back cap. I wholeheartedly agree. He needs to reach his levels. Charizard is level 9, but it needs his team to set it up. It's not a Char Y, it is a Char X. And it's gonna go down to Ninetales ulting in itself. Mr. Mime going down once again, and this push is not stopping. Yep, and another dive from Palmont. Good work from No Sweat. This is looking like an entirely different Game 3 as opposed to the first 2 games. They are dominating. And now it's time to take their jungle. We gotta keep these guys low. TR being patient. This is a team that loves to be patient, and they're very good at it. They're gonna reach their level 9s very soon, and it's gonna be a whole different team fight. It's gonna be a whole different ball game. There is the push on the Crustle, but Crustle is level 9 here. It's gonna seal itself in. That is an interesting choice. It says ulted in. It's now moving in. There's some KOs here. You don't want to be a cuff of the Rumble Rouser. Double KO for Crustle. This was all part of the plan. I'm not trapped in here with you. You are trapped in here with me. Palmont at the top, ripping that Regieleki. Meanwhile, Mega Lucario doing a lot of work here. It's gonna get KO'd, however. Is that enough time for Palmont to secure this? Flare Blitz? Nope, Charizard takes it and he's gonna ult! Time for the clapback. Mr. Mime did not need to ult, that's a bit much. But he's gonna take no chance. Alright, Crustle goes down, it doesn't have an ult. 21 and then 40. TR coming alive. And they got plenty of farm up. All right. TR coming to life here. Have the Ninetales guarding the bottom. But most of the farm is going to spawn over on TR's side. So that leaves No Sweat to constantly compete for it. But center farm is here for everyone. No Sweat is going to be all over that. They're going to claim it. Time is 3:30. Scores 272 to 131. Scyther trying to make a play, but it dodged right out of there from the sweet kiss. Car getting a score at bottom, getting the 40 bomb. And it's going to E-speed out of here. No, he's actually going to go back in. That is an interesting choice. He's actually going to get KO'd here. Yep, there he goes. There's some X-beam to see what it can do to help. It's honestly going to have to hold its ult. It's going to be very important. Arguably the most important ult coming into the 2-minute mark. TR is at game point. This could be the final game. But it's looking like we're going to have more games if No Sweat keeps playing well. Looks like both teams are interested in the top objective. Ninetales is going to work its way up. And it's going to begin hitting the objective. Well, that happens. TR is going to get positioning at the top. Uh-oh. No Sweat's going to have to be very careful how it walks in. Smartly, it's avoiding the choke. It's avoiding that top L. They're going to go towards their side of the jungle. Lucario has been found out, and it's going to bail. Charizard and Scyther not giving vision. All right. Waiting for the balance to be broken. TR is going to have to play this carefully if they want to secure a win here. They have to make a move at some point. They are behind. Looks like Charizard is interested in a back cap. No, Wayne, he's going to move in. Mr. Mime is right there. This is a now time to ult. He didn't get the ult out. He got stunned. That's not good. Charizard's just going to have to let that go. Charizard working his way towards the bottom and can't find a way in. He's getting boxed out by Crustle. No Sweat with the objective secured. Ah. Cross counter with the counter score. But I have misspoken. TR actually secured that objective. My apologies. But No Sweat is up in force. No, that Groudon buff is insane. Who secured that for TR? Who stole that? They need another score. That's not enough. And there's no more time. Uh-oh. Someone's gonna have very bad news. No Sweat holds 292 to 263. They're holding strong. MVP was absolutely the mage. And Alolan Ninetales. 13 assists is a lot for this team. Good stuff there. Strong showing. Battle data, checking this out. 73K, most in the lobby by a lot. Only narrowly being followed by Mega Lucario, also doing good stuff. With the close combat, with the ultimate. Cracking that team wide open. Another strong showing from No Sweat, and they've been rewarded with a W. Good stuff. Gotta take a mental note of these bans right here to make sure they are followed for next round. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more matches. Set is 2-1, TR's favor. It's going to be a best of 5. They're on match point. All right, we are back again once again for this exciting set. No Sweat has a clutch steal. Well, sorry. TR had a clutch steal, but No Sweat held on. Narrowly coming out with the win. Now we're going to check out these bands. Next on the chopping block is Ho-Oh, which is interesting enough. But there's just not that many defenders left. Next is regular Charizard. Yep, it's the last one. Interestingly enough, there is a Latios band. It hasn't been used at all. Now they're just getting ready some mages. Along with the Gardevoir. There's the Meowth. Right now, these bands are just, at a glance, they're just all over the place. Well, that is interesting. We're going to have a Mewtwo X as the first pick. You love to see him. He's one of those mons you rarely see these days. When it got buffed, it was pretty effective. It would be pretty tough. Well, Salage hasn't been banned at all. It's still available. That is interesting. No Sweat picked that up right away. Good eye. Yeah, there's still plenty of strong picks left. There's almost 100 mons at this point. Couple rounds really won't do too much in terms of bans. You'd have to be like at round 5+ for it to really start to matter. All right, we're going to have the last of the Lottie twins being picked in Latios, the red one, Latina, along with a lone Raichu. Pretty balanced composition so far. Not too strong of a frontline presence, but like that's by design due to the bans. Meow on the opposite end for TR, they got plenty of frontline presence left. They got Mewtwo X, Delmise, and Dragonite. They got some all-arounders being backed up by two mages in Cramorant and Chandelure. Here's another speedster available, and that is Zeraora. Very strong speedster. Going to be stacking here, it looks like. It has the full heal. I will say, Zera's going to have to be very careful how it engages. There's a lot of mons that pull people in. I'm looking at two of them. One's got the anchor arms. One's got psychic powers. Do not be pulled in. A lot of preparations are almost done. No Sweat versus TR. No Sweat's squeaked in their first win of the set. Let's see if they can get another W here. We are back again, once again. All right, towards the bottom, we're going to have Raichu and Lapras. They'll be going off against Cramorant and Mewtwo X. The jungler is going to be Dragonite. Up at the top, we're going to have Delmise and a Chandelure. They'll be going off against Latios and Zeraora. That can be a tough lane to beat. And the jungler for No Sweat is going to be a Charcadet at Chandelure. So far, so good for No Sweat. They're getting their secures in. TR is not too far behind. No Sweat's getting a bit more of the secures, however. Sailage is ready and heading towards the top. He's ready to make his play. Once again, TR is making a 4-man push for top. They love the top lane gank. And it's 850. And it's time to move in. Dynamite took a lot of entry damage. But it looks like No Sweat got the secures. They're gonna disengage and they're gonna try to get some farm away. U2X doing the best it can. It just has to survive until level 5. That's all it has to worry about. And again, any secures here, you might be able to get this one. Almost like he got that one. Pretty good. Almost level 5. Holding on tight. They have Mega Mewtwo X moving in. Yep, there is the future sight. Here comes some decent damage here. Mewtwo was online and it has a say in how the engagements will go. Reggie Drago has spawned in. Raichu's already on it. The rest of his team is following suit. But TR is here first. Yep, that is a huge future sight from Mewtwo, letting that fight happen in their favor. Uh-oh, Mewtwo. Be careful, that wasn't worth the risk! Oh, Mewtwo goes down and they... Yep, they're gonna leave that pad at 4. 720 is about to appear and... No Sweat's in full control of the bottom. But up at the top and they're... Oh, yeah. Getting some good damage in, but Zeralos goes down again. Dragonite is available. With one more level, it's gonna have an ult. Alright, looks like bottom lane is picking up pace here, which is good to see. Over at the top. This should be a Hyper Beam Dragonite. There's the secure. That is such a good secure. That is so good. Hyper Beam does so much damage. And another Hyper Beam. Dynamite's getting its score in. Chandelure has this ult, but it doesn't have time to actually activate it. It's taking too much damage. A bit of a misscored opportunity that was a room for basically a 30 overcap. Zero getting pulled in. Bailed right out with the Volt Switch. U2X doing its best to being the bottom defender for the team. Scores 149 to 95. Both the respective top tier 1 pads on top and bottom have been broken. Dynamite has its ultimate, and I believe it's found its target. Raichu would be a good target. Bit of a bush check. Zeraora and Latios playing bottom side. TR mostly playing the top. They want to make a converge here. They're gonna play for this goal. Sailage lining up an ultimate. Caught Sarilage. Sorry, caught Chandelure. And it's gonna take over on... Uh-oh. Almost getting KO'd there. Down goes Mewtwo X. Time for the counter pressure from No Sweat. Looks like TR is losing a bit of steam as the set is going on. There is an ultimate on Zeraora. That is a good pick. Dragonite is here and he got a good engage. Yep, down goes Sarilage. Hyper Beam, almost getting another KO. Mewtwo X is here. That's going to be good damage on this Lapras. Premier goes down. Mewtwo X does not have enough punching power to get through that Lapras. Another big hook shot from Delmise, taking out Raichu. Yeah, Mewtwo X really needs to be fully mega to be more impactful. Down Mice goes down. Reggie Lecky's now on the team of No Sweat and is going to walk towards that pad. Tail's just going to have to let that one go. Towards the bottom, Raichu's been holding it down and has some berries to fall back on. But it can't hold it any longer. There's no objective at the bottom. They're just trying to get some scores in. But there was at the center. Lapras checking on people. There's no one here. That ult will fizzle. Well, No Sweat has been taking a nice lead here, 276 to 128. Pretty strong showing here. That Lapras is gonna get KO'd though. Flew too close to the sun, buddy. Levels are pretty much evenly matched. Slight lead to No Sweat. Level 13 Sailor there is no joke. He is fully prepared. They are bush checking bottom side. And El Bush is secured. Mewtwo and the rest of his team are towards the top. Both teams are on opposite side. 30 seconds until the final objective spawns in. Can TR bring it home, or will No Sweat calls a game 5? Del Mai's doing a good job bush checking, and Mewtwo X is there with the follow-up. Groudon is here. TR is looking for an engage. Sailage is making its way over. It has a good engage with its ult. It's a bit by itself, but Lapras can just be anywhere it needs to be. Score is currently 1-2, TR's favor. Zero going in, trying to get a pull in. Couldn't quite get it. Took a lot of damage. Dalmai's may reset. Yep, Raichu is locking down that choke point. Mewtwo X taking a lot of needless damage. The balance has been broken. TR has to do something. They don't really have Rip, but they do have Secure with Hyper Beam. No Sweat knows this. More entry damage. Uh-oh, down goes Sarilege. Wait, sorry, goes Chandelure. The balance has been broken. Delmice is in trouble. 2 are down for TR. Well, Zero goes down. Next on the chopping block is Cramorant. Honestly, TR just needs 2 good scores. That's all they can rely on. They're actually going to go for it. That's going to be a defense at the bottom. No, you should not have went to the bottom. Delmige, you should have went to the top. That's going to cost you. That was a lapse in judgment. Uh-oh. Delmige needed to wait on the pad. That might have costed them. That absolutely costed them. Well, you gotta learn from your mistakes. Score is 376 to 302. No Sweat gets another win in a more convincing fashion. This is a tightly competed for set. It is currently 2-2. Let's check out these details. MVP is the Lapras, getting that back cap in to win the game. Absolutely deserved. Also has 10 assists. Was the only defender in play. And yep, when you have defenders at this point, they're very valuable. Farrell showing it what it is. Checking out the battle data, and they don't lie. We have a Alolan Raichu with about 60,000 damage dealt. Pretty good stuff. Low damage numbers across the board from everyone otherwise. These are the weaker mons as opposed to the meta, so it actually makes a bit of sense. Well, good stuff to No Sweat. Will be the final game coming up. Stay tuned. All right, we're back for the final game. Both teams have 2 wins apiece. Bit of a strong showing from both teams, especially from No Sweat. They've come into their stride the last 2 games. They squeaked out a win in game number 3, but they won in dominant fashion in game number 4. Let's check out these last couple of bands. We got some speedsters being banned over here. We got Galarian Rapidash. We have Dodrio. Over on the right side, over on orange, TR, we got Sableye, Greedent, and Mega Gyarados. Interesting bands. They do not want to be annoyed. Final band is T-Tar. All right, that leaves the rest of the Mons available. So how many Mons are actually left right now? Let's do some math here. It's basically 16 per round, and they've done 4 rounds. And they banned 6 more. 70 Mons are banned. That leaves about 20 left. And they're going to pick half of that. Well, well, well. Well, they still got some strong picks left. Yeah, Scarada was one of the Mons influenced by the recent patch notes. I believe they reduced the range for double team, but it might actually be a curse rather than a blessing. We're going to have Venusaur, though. Solar Beam is nice. So nice that Mew has copied it for himself. Following that, we're going to have two all-arounders. We're going to have a... I believe that should be a Dark Bear. But given its item set, it's probably a Water Bear. Dark Bear, or Single Strike Urshifu, has also been buffed in the recent patch. Its ultimate does more damage. Actually does way more damage, in my opinion. And Empoleon is always a strong pick. Over on the left side, we're going to have a Phalanx. Funny enough, when there's only about 20 Mons left, there's a decent chance Phalanx will be among those last Mons picked. And here it is. Along with Mewtwo Y. Last two picks for TR, it's going to be Delphox and Zoroark. Now there's no defenders left. At least I don't think. Everything's been banned or chosen. So they're really going to have to rely on these frontliners, these all-arounders to frontline. This looks like a game of ranked, honestly. I do like the attackers that No Sweat has chosen. Mewtwo Y is pretty self-sufficient. Sylveon can act as a bulky all-arounder with Hyper Voice. Technically, so can Venusaur, and looks like that might be the play with the item set it's going. Yeah, I see a Full Heal. It actually might be a Petal Dance Giga Drain Venusaur. It doesn't want to deal with all the dive, so you might as well brawl him. TR, however, doesn't have that luxury. They have a Mage and they have Mew, so that's going to have to be enough. Who do they send as the jungler for No Sweat? I'd imagine it's Meowscarada. It has the strongest gank. Well, Mewtwo arguably has a very good level 5 gank too, but right now they want to pour all the experience into Meowscarada throughout the entire match. So I'm going to guess he's going to be the jungler for No Sweat. That leaves either Urshifu or Zoroark. Urshifu has a worse early game. If he's the jungler, does No Sweat still go for the invade? They can. It can work. Everything's up in the air at this point. I didn't think we'd get this far. We're going to have Bulbasaur head to the bottom with Sylveon. Yeah, Scarada's going to be the jungler. Up the top, we're going to have Mewtwo Y and Phalanx. They'll be going off against Mew and Piplup. The jungler is, in fact, going to be Urshifu. And at the bottom is going to be Zoroark and Phalanx. We have Sylveon getting most of that secure there. It's holding 12 points. Down goes Phalanx. Let's check out top lane. Uh-oh, Mewtwo Y's going to have to back up. Yeah, Mew's still hard to deal with secures. That E-ball at light screen is no joke. We're going to have Meowscarada head towards the bottom here. That is a KO on Zoroark. Meowscarada wants stacks, so it's going to head towards the bottom. Up at the top. Well, this time, TR's not going to go for the 4-man push up top like normal. They're just going to split. There it is. Surging strikes Urshifu. That is a strong Mon to leave on the table for the end. And it's looking for an invade. Meowscarada's just getting value at the bottom, however. Looks like he's gonna counter jungle, as Urshifu is doing, as he suspected. This is gonna be all Urshifu. Urshifu's waiting to see who shows up. Only Phalanx will. Meowscarada taking a lot of damage. Will he get caught? He almost got caught. Oh my gosh. Phalanx goes down, and that is going to be about a level 7 Surging strikes Urshifu. Mewtwo Y can't do anything yet. And it's only level 4. Right now, this is the story. Both the junglers are just gonna have to get enhanced as soon as possible. Even at the expense of their own team. Right now, it's pretty even in terms of levels, actually. How much advantage can these jungles generate? Well, teams getting ready for their 720s. They're in respective lanes. Zoroark's kind of having a rough game, but that is a given. No one's really there to set it up. This is actually now back to being a really even game. Who's gonna get level 9 first? That's gonna be very important. A bit of trouble here at the bottom. They took down the Zoroark. That is Petal Dance indeed. Zoroark is back in the jungle. Venusaur can't get that secure and now is in trouble. Down it goes. All right. Well, this Urshifu is level 10. He's firmly in the lead, along with his team. Down goes Empoleon. Nair almost escaped there. Yaskarada's at the top. Can't quite push that pad. It's gonna send a clone. Urshifu back at the bottom, back on business. Felix just couldn't quite get the KO. And Zoroark's about to be level 9. It's about to be more problems for No Sweat. Well, TR is moving together in a pack. It is not 5 minutes yet. They might make a play for top pad. Phalanx is here. Down goes Venusaur instantly. Phalanx taking down Delphox, slowing down this push. Uh-oh, Masquerada ulting in, getting a lot of good value and getting 2 KOs. This push is no longer real. They're gonna have to back up. No Sweat with the successful defense. Oh, it's gonna be a score for a score here. 40 for 72. That's not even, but Masquerada is back. Down goes Urshifu. Oh, they are chasing this Empoleon. This is not fair. Never mind, it's totally fair. Empoleon takes it down. But a massive push at the bottom. Delphox ulting a part of the pad. Felix getting a KO on Delphox. Regieleki actually taking down Urshifu. That's a huge boosted auto from Venusaur. Can they finish? Yes, they can. Mewtwo's gonna have to back up here. And is gonna get KO'd. So is Zoroark. Honestly, No Sweat won that exchange in my book. TR got decent defense, but they lost a lot of mons for it. Up at the top. Regirock's gonna be claimed by No Sweat. Mew not quite in time for the Solar Beam. Uh-oh. Urshifu all over Masquerada is gonna try to get that KO there. Back at the bottom, Mewtwo Y is cooking right now with a double KO. Urshifu cleaning up the Masquerada. This is pretty evenly matched, but No Sweat technically does have the lead by almost 100. People are basing back. We're gonna leave Phalanx on this objective. There's a Hydro Cannon, but Phalanx secures. At the bottom, it has Regieleki. Sylveon's gonna start it off, but TR is all over it. Sylveon backing up. Gonna eat a Solar Beam for that one. This is looking to be the ground fight. Sylveon goes down. Zoroark ulting in. He might get KO'd here. Yep, yes he does. Whoa, what is happening up there? There's no way he doesn't know. He got found out. Well, TR is down a man. This might be the time to push. That is a score for Venusaur. 365 to 166. The ball is most certainly in TR's court. They have to make a move. Urshifu going in. Sylveon ulting to try to live. Hiltion getting a lot of value, but is going to get chased off. There's the Urshifu ult on it. But there goes Empoleon and Mew. Uh-oh, that is a Flower Bomb. There's a Shadow Clone. Down it goes. Double kill for Masquerada. That should be it. That's all that's left is Zoroark. Triple KO! Wow. No sweat with the reverse 3-0. Looks like they're really settled in on this format. The longer it went, the less Mons were available, but that was no sweat for no sweat, if you know what I mean. 365 to 166 at a dominant fashion. That Masquerada was cooking. Sure, Surging Strikes, Urshifu got the early lead, but once Masquerada got its levels, it started to dominate. MVP is going to be right now Venusaur. 140 points scored, 6 KOs, 5 assists. That might have changed if some ones were able to score. In my mind, the MVP is most certainly the Masquerada. If you ask me. Looking at the battle data, damage was low. These are less powerful mons, so damage being low makes sense. Fights were very decisive. Fights were very decisive. Well, that was pretty fun. Well, don't go away. We're going to try to check in on the other set that's happening right now with Psy and Outrage. So stay tuned for that. We're going to try to get it up for you guys.
Oh, damn. You two just survived to the end. Nice.
Yeah, well, it looks like a record from here. I got it now. All right, what was going on? What's the set count right now?
It is 2-1 or 2-2? 2-2. 2-1.
2-1. Whose favor?
Sai.
Okay. Well, so far so good for looks like Sai's team. They got some strong mons up.
Oh, Mime steals it.
Yeah, I love a mime steal. Tennis with the ultimate. He is out for blood. There goes that E-speed. Yeah, Mew is out of there. A lot of level leads over for Outrage, or sorry, for Sai. A lot of them are level 10, except I believe that they have Mewtwo Y, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo X.
Oh, Mewtwo X, okay.
I was like, I don't think Mewtwo Y throws punches.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him. But yeah, it's definitely Mewtwo X. They're pretty much using it as a frontliner. All the defenders got picked and banned already?
Yeah.
That was quick. That was fast. Now we're going to have Edgercise with a back cap over here. It's going to get it in with a 34 overcap. Sorry, 24 overcap. Well, looks like both teams are going to fight for it. The score is 106 to 205. Down goes this poor. What's his. The dude with his hammer. What is his name? It always escapes me. Tinkaton. That poor guy. He only has a hammer to swing with. They are pretty much outranged over at the. Against Sai's team. They have Mew, but like, Mew can't do it all by himself. Sai's got outrange on lock. Mid-range on
You
lock.
guys got the horse.
Lucario with a lot of
Right, at least it
E-speeds.
doesn't-
Getting a double KO here. Outrage Vol is holding it down.
Yeah, but Tinka needs his levels. He's only level 9.
Yep, it is behind. Oi, oi, oi. Trying to attack bottom pad may have been a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Should be an easy cleanup for Sai, and that is an ace. That is a team wipe. And you gave levels to U2X? U2X is actually a good mod. You just need some help.
Man, I love Mewtwo X.
Same. Especially out of jungle.
Poor Tinka, still only level 10.
Well, score is 143 to 264. Looks like neither team wants to fight for the top objective. It's about to be Groudon fight again. This is Groudon all week for Fear Week.
Back happen, horse. Oh no, Tika, get out!
All right, missed the mine with a beautiful engage. Turning a T-fight on its head. Outride's gonna have to fight through this. But I just can't do it. Sai had a lot of... the Mr. Mime had a good engage with the ult, but all the Mons on Sai had, like, good disengage.
They did.
You have, like, Blaze Kick, Faint Cinderace, U2 can teleport. You have Rapidash, who has a passive. Good luck catching him. Yeah. Strong stuff. Was that the end of the set right there? Pretty fast. Not like mine. Mine went actually the distance. Mine actually went the distance. Huh. Well, looks... I'm gonna have to call it. I have another engagement, but yeah, we can interview them next time. So yeah, we'll call it here, folks. Thanks for tuning in for Fear Week, All-Star Mode. We had TR versus No Sweat, and we just saw the tail end of Sai and Outrage. Congratulations to all the teams playing in, and big congratulations to No Sweat and Sai. Was it? Yep, Sai won. Right. Sai won. Good stuff. So yeah, once again, this will be uploaded to Jix2_Unite on the respective platforms. Look forward to seeing that. Thanks for everyone tuning in, especially my Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter, my TikTok audience. I see you guys. You guys are cool dudes. Thanks for stopping by. And of course, you always got the Twitch audience. Can't forget them, and the YouTube audience. You guys are great. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.